Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight we are going to have a super quick and easy mushroom and chicken Alfredo for dinner. I may even throw a bag of broccoli florets in here, but time will tell. We'll see what happens. What I've gone ahead and done is I've had 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast that I have cut into cubes, and I cooked up with some salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and that's what's going to go in later. But first we have to build the Alfredo, and we're going to do that. I have a pound of mushrooms that I sliced, about 6 cloves of garlic that's chopped, and then it's going to go a teaspoon each of salt and cracked black pepper, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So don't gasp when you see nutmeg. Nutmeg goes in all white sauces. We're also going to use about 2 cups of good Parmesan cheese. This is Parmesan Reggiano that's freshly grated. We're going to use a cup of milk and a cup of cream, or you can use 2 cups of half and half. I also have reserved a little over a cup of the pasta water, and that we will add later if we need it. And that's pretty much all that's going in here. I have cooked a pound of fettuccine, and I have 4 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil heating up in the frying pan. So I'm going to go and we'll meet you over at the stove. All right, I have gently sauteed my garlic for just a couple of minutes here. When you can start to smell it, that's when it's time to go ahead and toss in your mushrooms. And then we're going to saute these just until they start to release some of their own liquid and moisture. And then they're going to suck up all of that butter and olive oil that's in the bottom of the pan. Do not be tempted to add more, because what you'll end up with is a mushroom oil slick. And nobody wants that, because you don't need that much of those things in this recipe. It's already rich enough. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to saute these for just a few minutes, and then when they're ready, I'll be back and we'll move on. Okay, our mushrooms are ready to go, and you can see that they have reduced in volume, they have slumped down, they've released all of their liquid, and they're quite delicious at this point. Pardon me. I have actually already sprinkled over the salt, pepper, and nutmeg, and now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to add our milk, and I have this over medium heat. I'm going to add my cream. And like I said, you can use a half and half. You can use all milk if you want. It's just not going to be as rich. It doesn't matter. You make this as light or as rich as you choose. Now, we're going to add our Parmesan cheese. There we go. And I'm also going to add some of this pasta water. And we're going to just start to stir. And this is going to thicken, and it's going to get delicious and rich. Alright, it's been just a few minutes, less than 5 actually, and you can see that it's starting to steam. You don't want this to boil. You want it to get hot enough that all that cheese melts and the cream starts to, amalgamate with it, and it becomes a thick, thickened sauce. Now, Alfredo sauce should not be gloppy. It should not look like paste or white gravy. It should look velvety and not as thick as you think. Now, it's ready when it coats the back of the spoon, and you can run your finger through it, and it doesn't fold back in on itself. So, this is ready. And of course, if you use all cream, it will be thicker. If you use no cream, it won't be as thick. So, you may want to throw in a couple of tablespoons of flour and whisk it in here if you want it to be thicker without adding more fat. So, that is always an option as well. So I'm going to add my cooked chicken right back in here. Let that heat through. It's not very cold anyway. I mean, I just made it. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop in my broccoli. And I just ran that under some super hot tap water. So it's just not hitting the pan cold. Now, you can see that cheese is starting to get stringy because I've added cooler things to the pan. Not to worry, it's all going to be fine. And now we add our pasta. This is one of my favorite kind of one-dish meal deals. and just get your pasta in there. And there's no neat way to do this. You kind of just have to do it. And you're going to make a little bit of a mess. Okay, and that's it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fix you a plate and we're going to serve you up some of this mushroom Alfredo with chicken and broccoli. All right, there you go. A beautiful dish of fettuccine Alfredo with mushroom, chicken, and broccoli. Really nice light sauce. You can make it as rich or as light as you like. And it's really easy for a weeknight meal. You can even use a rotisserie chicken in here if you want. Just pull the meat off the bone, saute everything else up, whip up that sauce, boil some pasta, and you are good to go. So I hope you give this a try, and I hope that you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and Google Plus and Blogger. I have a blog over there and you can take a look at that. You can subscribe to that feed as well. And don't forget that every recipe that you see me do here on YouTube, with the exception of a few earlier ones, you can access all of the recipes over on my website, noreenskitchen.com, where you will find printer-friendly versions of those recipes so you can print them out and keep them for your own. So, I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!